Leonardo da Vinci, truly a master painter and a master draftsman. He's perhaps the most important artist of the Renaissance. Although he only produced 15 to 25 paintings, he nonetheless could really paint the most sublime pieces I've ever seen. Oil painting became popular in his time. He used walnut oil instead of linseed oil mostly. However, he experimented with numerous other techniques. His paintings have held up reasonably well with much care and archival efforts by professionals. The Last Supper, however, has not been so lucky, as the moisture from the wall has deteriorated the masterpiece almost to ruin, unfortunately. He did a number of portraits, and they are unbelievable. The pose, the subject matter, the handling of the paint, skin textures. There's so many things about his work that are just indescribably difficult as a painter to reproduce. He worked layers and layers of glazes and developed a process that he called sfumato, which is a smoky edge between objects, a diffusion. And he did that with layers and layers of oil washes, glazes. He clearly understood at least single point perspective. And he wrote a book, a treatise called On Painting. And in it, he describes aerial perspective. That is where the back of the painting becomes a little hazy and more towards blue. It's like a depth of field. He called that aerial perspective. He was quite notorious for not being able to finish things or taking just forever to work on something. It was never done. He continually wanted to work on it. He abandoned several incredible projects in favor of going to work for somebody else or starting another project. One subject that the Greeks, Romans, and numerous other Renaissance painters worked on was the story of Leda and the Swan. Leonardo did one version of it, and it was lost. They know he did because there's several drawings he did in preparation to it. And then years later, Vasari, who wrote all about the artists, who was also a painter, he did a version of it, apparently copying the one that Leonardo did, which I think is one of his best paintings. One of Vasari's best paintings, but I can only imagine what the Leonardo would have looked like. I've always admired his skin tones, his hair details, the accuracy of his nature, the plants and other objects in the backgrounds. And of course his drawing. His drawing was really, he was a master drawer. I have to admit, I think Leonardo is probably my favorite artist of all times. I just wish he would have left us a lot more of his work. Thanks for watching another Naked Artist Exposure video. I'm Preston McCall, and please hit the like and subscribe buttons because it helps us continue to do these. Thank you so much for watching.